Okay, we are live again. Back to the 20th. And the aspects on the astrology for the 20th. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a busy day. I hope you're enjoying these, and I am getting caught up to date. I need to make a couple adjustments here. Whoa! Jeez. Oh my gosh. I thought this was... No wonder. Jeez. Oh my God. I'm not going to believe what I'm looking at here. Wow. Wowzer. Oh, I'm sorry. It just took me off guard. I know I had seen this, but I just didn't think it was on tomorrow. Oh my God. This is dealing with all cardinal signs. Hey, wait till y'all see this. I don't know if like I said, I'm so glad y'all are here joining me. Because what I'm looking at now is going to happen later on this evening. And like I said, my time is Eastern Standard Time, New York time, so you have to adjust your time to it. And what I am seeing begins after midnight, 43 minutes after midnight. So what I was showing on the 19th, it was going to happen at 17:59, which would have been that right at 6 o'clock, is going to go in, and it's going to create these aspects of what you've been dealing with. I would say, when I saw this the other day, I'm just going to say something here. I know a lot of people are having their Christmas parties and that sort of thing going on. But I would be real cautious with drinking and driving right about now. Tell you the truth. And I know it's only Tuesday? Mars is ruling the day, and Saturn will be ruling the night. And Saturn and Mars are a malefic combination of restrictions, consequences for one's actions, and dealing with something that could be very, very difficult here. Because this is going to go on from right after midnight all the way in to the next day. To around 8:30. This energy is going to be going on from after midnight tonight. So from the 17th to the 18th, all the way in to 8:30 tomorrow night. You're talking about almost, wow. That's why I said be very cautious, because I feel like if you're going to a party and you're drinking and driving, you better have a designated driver. Because somebody could end up in jail. or in an accident. You know, this is a time that people will go to parties and things happen, okay? Now let me show you what's going on here. Now, you see this? You see those aspects? Wait till I put them up. Look what's going on. We've got a T-square here. That's a Grand Cross. And this is all challenges. And these are the cardinal signs. We're talking about Aries to the midheaven or to the vista here. The moon to vista, which is in Cancer. From vista to the ascending, which is in Libra. And from the ascending to the sun. The only thing is the sun is not cardinal. It's an immutable sign. It hasn't transited over to and that's kind of your warning here. Don't let your emotions override something here. You're thinking. Focus. Because the sun is conjunct with Mercury. And that's where the other cardinal sign comes in. It's a Grand Cross. And that's a strong, strong T-square. Now, the only thing that changes here in this Grand Cross is from the sun to Mercury. And it switches. You better think before you act. You better pay attention and focus on what you're doing here. And what action you're going to take. Then we have the T-square. Now, like I said, this is going to go on. I mean, this is lining up. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, we're talking about a hell night. There's, when I saw this, I thought, oh my God, is somebody going to go to jail? With all these squares and oppositions. Because if you go to the first one, the opposition is the sun to vista. Opposition is from the moon to the ascending. What's coming up? Then we go to the next one that deals with Mercury, the opposition to vista. And vista kind of co-rules over here at Libra, the balance, the scales. It's being devoted to someone, but it's in retrograde. I mean, there could be a fight, struggling to fight to get out of something, because look what's at the bottom of all this is the trapezoids. Feeling stuck in something here. Right at this point in your life, it's like you're stuck somewhere and you want out. Getting yourself caught up into something here that you did not plan or decide to do. The next thing we know, we got the T-square. Now this is where it starts splitting that. Vista being in opposition with the sun, or the sun being in opposition with Vista. Square to the moon, moon square to the sun. And the sun opposing Vista. You're not going, somebody here's not going with the program. And looking at something like this, I would say somebody might get caught cheating. Or drinking and driving. This is not good. Then we have the other T-square that's dealing with the midheaven, right where you are in life right now. And it's in Cancer, cardinal sign. Fire in opposition with the sun to the midheaven. As above, so below. If you don't focus on something, you don't pay attention to something here, your goals and your plans could go right down the drain. Shot to poop and back. Because the emotions being in that 7th house in Aries, and then we have the moon in a square to the sun. I mean, this to me is like a ticking time bomb, is what this is. And the sun in a square to the ascending, and the moon in opposition to the ascending. Of what's going on here. The next square we have is back. Again, something being said. Like I said, it has to be with a goal and a plan. Again, Mercury, the moon, and the midheaven. I mean, what is this going? It's like an argument going back and forth, back and forth. That's not what I planned. That's not what I said. Blah, 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 back and forth. I mean, that to me, it's like an argument getting started here. And then it flips from down here to up here now. Something's coming out here. Things that are done in the dark do come out in the light. And we got the moon in a square to the midheaven, to the vista. Vista in a square to the ascending, and the moon in opposition to what's coming up. Something about the past. Somebody here is arguing over the past. There's either arguments going on over the past or fights going on over the past. But these are challenges. And it's like, to me, what I'm seeing here is somebody fighting over something of the past. I ain't getting in the middle of it. And then the next T-square we have, this is going to, with all this energy right here, it's going on all night long, all the way into the next day. And it goes back to the moon in a square to Mercury. Mercury in a square to the ascending. Moon back in opposition. It's like back and forth, back and forth. Come on, guys. Really? And this is what you're calling a grand cross. It showed it here and it showed it here. Then we have another T-square going the other way. Like over here, now it's on this side. It's Vista in a square to the ascending, the sun in a square to the ascending, and the sun opposing Vista. There's a cycle here that somebody's going to just, lose it. Literally lose it. And, if alcohol is involved in this, oh man, like I said, somebody might end up spending the night in jail and half of tomorrow. Because if you go into jail after midnight, you might not be going to see the bondsman or the judge in the morning. It might be later that evening before you see the bondsman. At least around here, where I'm from, if you go in after midnight, the ones that were there earlier in the evening, they catch the judge in the morning to post bond. If you went in after midnight, you don't catch that bondsman or that judge that set bond till later on in the evening, because they're processing everything that was earlier that day. Something here just is not, I'm telling you, this is not good. And then we end it with this trapezoid, which is dealing with, there was limits, restrictions. To Jupiter. It's the sextile. You should have thought. You should have activated your mind and thought before you did something here. Because it's like getting caught. And the sun, to the midheaven, as above, so below. But you didn't see this one coming, huh? But you did not see this one coming at all. And the only difference here is Mercury being involved and the sun. Again, this is something that happened today that's going to carry over into tomorrow. Because remember, I said here was a trine from Saturn over to the midheaven. Now it's the Jupiter to Mercury, or Mercury to Jupiter. You should have thought something out here. I mean, I told you, Grand Cross. I mean, a double one. Bam, whammy. I mean, caught in this square with the oppositions there. When you looking at the oppositions here, I've seen it in charts where it's just a square like this, but then there's the opposing, which the cross is there. That makes it a little bit more difficult, because here you have to be willing and able to consciously be aware of something, of what you're doing, and having an objectivity at something here of what it is you're in opposition to. But it starts out with a Grand Cross. So there's an opposing of something here that you're not going along with, or you're not looking at something very consciously and objectively in some relationship here. You're just looking at the challenges and you're not focusing on something here. Now, what happens next, later on in the evening at around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time? We have the moon being in Aries. This is like war. Oh my gosh. In conjunct with Chiron. So who wants to heal something now for the future? Is there a possibility of even being healed? Because again, what are you dealing with here? You're dealing with the trapezoid. Still feeling trapped and stuck. But can it be worked out? Can the goal and the plan, because now Vista has moved into Gemini, where it is opposing, in opposition. Mercury's in opposition to the plan now, to the goal. Maybe there is no more devotion here. You're focused on too much more what happened and what was done. And I feel like this is like a big explosion happening. And it'll go through to the 21st as well. See, I thought all that stuff was going to happen on the 21st, but I got my days mixed up here. So you're going to feel like you're stuck and trapped in something here. And you got to work your way out of it. You got to make some adjustments. You got to take some sort of action. I told you this was coming in. It's not going to be easy. If you're aware of this, like with me, and I see this, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out. No, thank you. To me, it's not worth it. There could be fights happen here. Accidents happening. Nah, no, thank you. I just keep my happy butt at home where I'm safe. And we'll see what happens after that. Now, tomorrow, I'll go ahead and do the 21st. Tonight is my last video for the day. I mean, I put quite a bit out. So, y'all take care, and I will see y'all later. And thank you again for being here. Please subscribe to the channel. See what's going to be going on in the astral cosmic world of what we're doing and what needs to be changed. Please give the videos thumbs up. You can respond tomorrow. Let me know, how tomorrow evening or the next day after that. Come back and comment on this about what happened. Or did you survive it? So, I wish everyone the best, and God bless y'all, and please keep the peace. All right? Y'all take care. See y'all next time. Thanks.